do a hitch on a 2022 Kona. Now technically you don't need to take the bumper off, but it's going to make it a lot easier because they got these wires and stuff to kind of pull the bolts through certain holes underneath. And I did that before and it took forever and it was a pain, so I'm going to see if it's going to be easier by just removing the bumper. So I'm just going through taking all the stuff off of the bumper. So I got like the clips here, screws up along here on both sides, and then there's bolts through here which are all 12 millimeter, so 12 and 10 millimeter to do all this is the tools you'll need for that. So now this is loose, so I'm going to lower it down and I should be able to pull that bumper off. So it takes some working to get it out. There's still, some clips you gotta pull off, like here. Actually, it's not a clip unless I broke it. Alright, so I still got a wire connected here. I forgot to unconnect, so I gotta do that. Now we get the bumper off, and it was kind of like, plastic parts and these little wedges. So here's the bumper. You take those metal posts, have the bolts that go with it. Should get the stuff unplugged. So plug here. I think that other plug I didn't have to unplug. So fine. So what we want to get to is these three holes. And what they really want you to do is go in through this hole with that wire to snake the bolt through to come out here, which is a real pain in the ass. I think it's just going to be easier if I have the bumper off and I can just put my hand there, put a bolt through, real simple. I think this is the best route to go for this. Alright, so this side's going to be even more difficult. This one is somewhat open. So what you got here is a bolt and these little things here. So what you're going to do is put that piece on there kind of like a washer, and then it's going to go through there and then through the hitch where you put the nut on, where you got this nut. And basically you can see the hole is round. So what this is going to do is the hole in here is square. You see the nut here, square. That's to keep it from spinning, so you don't have to have a wrench on the other side. So this will go, and then it'll catch on something, and that'll be, like having a wrench on it. This side looks like it's going to be more difficult, but yet probably easier with the bumper off. So it's still not easy, but I got one on each side started, so it's being held in. Now I got to get the other. There's three on each side, so I get the other ones. This one I may still have to use the wire thing, but it'll still be easier having the bumper off. I don't think I can stress that enough how much easier it is with the bumper off. So if you're wondering how to use these, first you gotta unwrap them. Alright, here's the other one. So I just unwrap it, and it has the coil on the end. So you're just gonna thread this bolt onto the coil. I'm sure I had something hold the camera, but it's very easy to thread it on there. You get it on there like that, and then you're just going to feed the wire through where you want it to go. pull it from the other side, and then it pulls it up in there. You can see the end right there. And you take that wire off. You can either pull really hard to get it off, but you want to make sure you know that bolt doesn't like bounce back in, especially if you're doing this with the bumper still on. Or then put a nut on it and then you're good. So I got them all in there. Now I just got to tighten them. The nuts on them are 18 millimeter or 11/16. And I can probably get an impact straight in from the side, which is nice. If I did it with everything on there, I probably couldn't do that. So I'm gonna take care of that. Right, got them all in there, nice and sturdy. This is really only for bikes. It's a small one. Put a little Hyundai on there. I don't know the torque for these. I didn't look it up. But see the box, I think has a UP code or whatever you scan, and then it has the directions. But yeah, I didn't get to show actual removing and putting in stuff because I didn't have a place to mount the camera, and there's a lot of noise. But I hope this at least gives you an idea of what you're in for if you're doing it yourself. That it is going to be easier to do it with the bumper off. So I got the hitch on, bumper on for all the screws. I did forget to plug that in, so I had to take it back off and plug that in. You probably got to take it off its mount to plug it now. But it's looking fine. At least I hope it was a little helpful.